Hey, are you dealing with pain in your knees when you are squatting, lunging, or going up and down a flight of stairs? More often than not, a lot of times the pain that we're having in our knees when we're doing those activities, so squatting, lunges, even running, right? A lot of those are going to come from issues with the kneecap tracking in its groove. And a lot of that's actually going to come from not necessarily leg strength issues, but it's actually going to come more from how the thigh and the knee and the foot all relate to each other. All right. So this is something called the Q angle, and so that angle can actually get bigger or smaller depending upon how our control at the hip is. And so today we're going to go over 3 different moves to start to help improve kneecap tracking when you're doing your squats, you're doing your lunges, when you're running, going up and down stairs. All right, so the first one of our exercises we're going to focus on today is going to be getting you on one leg. Okay, so for this one, we're going to work 3 different directions. All right, often when we're having pain with squats, it's often because one leg is stronger than the other. And when that one leg is stronger than the other, more often than not, as I'm coming down, I'll shift my weight off the weaker leg. The more dominant leg starts driving. That starts placing tension on my kneecap, and it actually starts pulling it towards the outside of that leg. And that's often where we're going to get a pinch, or we're going to get some sort of irritation to the outside of that kneecap. All right, so that first exercise, we want to come up, standing on one leg. Now, first off, we have to be able to do this for 10 seconds in order to do this exercise safely. If you can't do that for 10 seconds, then you want to go ahead and make sure that you can do that before doing this exercise. So now, for this one, we're going to reach in 3 different directions. I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to tap my foot down, just the weight of my foot. I'm going to reach for the back corner, and I'm going to reach for the other corner. All of these, I'm going to be working on focusing on slow and control. Just a little look from the side. How I like to describe this is if I'm reaching forward, I want to pretend like this leg is in a cast. And so I'm trying to sit down with that leg in a cast. I'm reaching, and again, I'm reaching across the other side. Our other single leg exercise that's going to help start improving that control for our hips is going to be, in yoga it's called Warrior 3 pose, all right? Sometimes also known as a single leg Romanian deadlift, single leg good morning, or drinking birds, okay? You'll see why in a second, all right? So again, I want to go ahead, if I can't do that 10-second standing on one leg, I probably shouldn't try this yet. I want to try and get that balanced down single leg before I do this. So with this one, I want to go ahead and I'm going to pick up my left leg. I'm going to keep my back straight. I'm going to pretend like there's a board between my hip, my back, and my foot. So that as my top half of my body goes down, my foot comes up. And likewise, I don't want to come here and then try to lift that. I want to make sure it's all dialed in. Again, down. Ideally, I make it to parallel. And come back up. Trying to keep my hips flat to the floor. My third one is actually going to go ahead and use a little bit of resistance tubing to have this around my legs so that I start to train my hip outer thigh muscles and my hip rotator muscles to keep my my knees from going towards each other and my thigh from rotating in. Those are going to be those particular motions that are going to be more likely to cause pain in the knee, pain in the kneecap, and also cause those kneecap tracking issues. So here, I want to go ahead and step inside my ring. And I want to have my feet normal squat width apart. So key on this one is that we are not rolling our feet out to try to keep the tension on here. We want to keep our big toes locked onto the ground. And as I sit down in my squat, I don't let the band fall. I don't let my knees come in like this. So I keep the tension on the outside of my thighs. Again, I'm here, coming down, and up. All right, so again, 3 moves to start to get rid of pain in the knees when you're squatting, when you're lunging, when you are running, going up and down stairs. All right, if you're concerned about your injury risk and you're watching this the week of the, what is today? Today is the 15th. All right, so if you're watching this the week of the 15th, this Thursday we're going to be doing a workshop on how to exercise pain-free, reach personal records, and avoid the quarantine 15. The registration link is up in the bio, and so you register if you can be there live. It's going to be Thursday, September 17th, noon, for Lunch and Learn. Even if you can't be there live, go ahead and register anyway, and we will. You'll get the replay after the fact and the bonuses. All right. Again, Dr. Brandon here at Body Mechanics Physiotherapy and Fitness. And if you do have any concerns about your injury risk, also up in the bio, you can register for your injury risk assessment. Again, it's a free service that helps you figure out where your injury risks are. Also, it allows for you to see, okay, maybe your issues with your squats are coming from your ankles. So your knee pain can sometimes come from the ankles, sometimes come from the hip, sometimes even come from the low back. So we offer a free injury risk assessment, both in person and virtual. So click on the link in the bio to schedule yours. Or if you're already in pain, check us out for your free total body diagnostic test. And so where we can see what all is actually causing you to hurt and start to give you a game plan on taking care of it. Again, Dr. Brandon here at Body Mechanics Physiotherapy. Hope to hear from you soon.